following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Hangin with Cowboys.
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, and Shannon Gross.
Oh my God, is this the Cowboys show or the Saints?
They coming in. They marching in, Nate.
Dang.
They marching
Come on
in.
now.
And
Wow.
they going home disappointed.
I can't tell. We don't want the show.
I'm
We should
calling
go.
it.
Hey, Kurt, excuse me. Doug, do you have anything that got something with the Cowboys in it to open up the show? Find us something with the
Okay, Miles Austin.
Fight song or something.
Let's see here.
We don't have a fight song. We got Dero.
We have a fight song.
Go.
Go.
It's the lamest.
Can we go back to...
Let's go back to the jazz.
Yeah, go back to the jazz beat. Thank you.
Then, let's see. What else do we have here?
Mommy and Daddy, I have trouble butt.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Starting the show like
But
that.
that's
huh?
about how the media treating our players.
Right?
You're mad at the media today, huh?
Nate's upset.
What got you mad?
Last night we doing a show, right? Mm-hmm. One of the local radio stations.
Right.
And every question, the Saints is this, the Saints is that, the Saints is this, the Saints is that. What are y'all gonna do? The Saints is this, the Saints is that, the Saints is this. What are y'all gonna do? And so one of the players said, "Hey man, we put our pants on just like they do." And the guy gets mad. Well, you must be scared of him because for you to say something like that. I mean, when a player is trying to be politically correct, the Saints are a great team. They got great players. You done gave them all the credit you want to give them,
Yeah.
and that's still not enough. And you just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. I'm like, besides me, I don't think. Besides me and the players, I don't think nobody else think they're gonna win.
Right here. I'm in.
Me, Brian Broaddus.
I'm in. I think they're winning this game, Nate. I really do.
And it.
I do. What? Why whenever I think the Cowboys are going to win, do you laugh at
Oh
me?
my God.
Don't hurt yourself jumping on that bandwagon.
I'm not on the bandwagon. I told them to show me that they're not 8-8. You know what? This is their week to prove it. Because if they lose, guess where they're at?
6-6.
500.
Yeah.
Win this week. Shut everybody up. I think they can do it. I honestly think they can do it. Why not? The Saints did not play that great against the Falcons. The Falcons beat themselves. This team has confidence. If they go out, like Nate said, and they execute, don't turn the ball over, don't make dumb mistakes, you can win this game.
Yeah.
You can win this game by a touchdown if you do that. I think this defense can control this offense.
Yeah. I like what you're saying. I like what Nate said yesterday, but they're I think he said it yesterday. I mean, they got nothing to lose. I mean, they got no pressure on them.
Situation football,
They just
man.
got to go out there and play
it.
it. Not beat themselves like the Falcons did.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing? You know, I've been there. I've been where these players has been, where people just. It's like the Saints. That's what they want you to do. That's what they're looking for, that one player that's going to bow down and say, yeah, whatever y'all want, that's what the Saints going to do to us. But they ain't going to find it in that locker room.
No.
They ain't going to find it. These guys done won 3 games in a row, and they ain't going to just sit up there and say, hey, man, the Saints can't be beat.
Mm-hmm. You know what this game reminds me of? This game reminds me of Seattle 4 or 5 years ago when they went up there and won and nobody gave them a chance. It reminds me of whenever they went to New Orleans, when was that D-Ware game where nobody gave them a chance? Yeah, I think it was 2009. The thing that to me that's different is this team's they're on a winning streak and they got confidence. I don't know if those other two teams had this much confidence.
Yeah.
I think they can do it, man. I really do.
I understand the effort it would take to win this game. But, if you ask a player a question and it's just a setup from the start. No matter what answer he give you, it ain't going to be right because you're going to try to ride them in the ground. You know, y'all just don't understand how I hope and I pray
that they win.
That the Cowboys win this game. I'm finna wear some media folks out.
On Friday?
Friday all the way to the next game. Remember you said, you know, they got to play perfect. The Cowboys got to play perfect in just about every team they play. Mm-hmm. Just about every team they play. The way that the way they play football, they have to almost play perfect. Yeah. That's why you heard me say last week, no offsides, because that hurts us.
That's the 5 losses, the 5 games they've had turnovers.
Yeah, so. No, it's amazing how we, you know, it's like we more excited to be playing the Saints to see how bad they're gonna beat the Cowboys. Then the hope that will be a competitive game where the Cowboys can measure themselves. And I'm going to say something, Shannon, and you better never hear it again. But the Cowboys already know who they are. And then if they don't win this game, they back to what you said they were at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. So
I almost feel like, and this is a bad way to look at it, I'm sure, I almost feel like they're playing with house money. They've won these 3 games, so they put themselves in a position where even if they lose to the Saints, they could still win the division. Yeah, where if they'd lost one of those previous 3, then lose to the Saints, they're pretty much done. But I think they're in a position now where they can just go out and play, not make mistakes, and win or lose, they still can win the division.
And you know the funny thing about it? This is the funny thing about it. The worst can happen this week is that everybody in the NFC going to be 6-6.
Yeah.
That's the worst that can happen. And now the ball, everybody's on equal ground. So the ball can start rolling. The best can happen is that they beat the Saints and continue to be number 1 in the East and improve their position in the wild card. Yeah. It's amazing. The NFC East, I ain't never seen it this week to be this week and still be in the NFC. I mean, still be in the NFC wild card race.
You look at all the other like leaders of divisions. It's like
they're running away. Huh?
Yeah, it's like 10 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins, and here we are with 6 and leading the division.
It's a quick question for Nate. Because last week,
Kurt, hang on, Kurt's got to leave.
I got to duck out. I'll be back.
Are you coming back?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully? No, you know what? Leave everything here.
I got to come back.
Leave it. That way you got to come back. Kurt has, what do you have, an intern?
A student from a local high school who's kind of learning life as a Cowboys writer. So.
Yep, and you got to go take him to the locker room.
Take him to the locker room, show them what that's
show
all
him
about.
the ropes.
Are you telling him how broke he's going to be if he chooses life as a writer?
Yeah, you need to pick another way to go.
Tell him if you're a writer in sports, you're super broke. Because sports doesn't pay either. You have fun at your job, but
you get to get in games free.
Yeah. True, you get to watch free football.
Got some perks, but you
and they
get rich.
And they have beer in the press box at the stadium after. So
you can drink up your misery of being broke.
See you in a little bit, Kurt. All right, go ahead, Douglas. Sorry.
Yeah, so last week, Nate, you were really down on the Cowboys as far as how they might match up against the Rams or the Chiefs, but now you're pretty optimistic about the Saints.
What do you mean, Douglas? You gotta explain to me.
Well, to me, the Saints are in the same kind of category as those other 2 teams.
No, I wasn't down on them. What I told the beard here, Shannon, is I say, don't it make you mad when you see how they just scoring? I mean, they got all these players and they just scoring. That's what upset me. But guess what happened Sunday?
Huge 3rd and 2.
Thursday.
Fakes
Sunday.
the draw, throws it left, caught, defender fell down to the 30. It's Cooper running away. He broke the big play into the end zone.
Yes, sir.
40 yards for Amari Cooper.
That's what happened last Thursday.
Yep. And you know what? Like the more I'm around this game, the more you realize that what you see, you like Parcells, you say you are what you are, but here's my but. That can change several times during the course of a season. Look at the Texans. They've won 8 in a row.
Yes, it can.
Everybody wrote them off after week 3. So you can change. You now what happens to make that stuff change? I don't know the answer to that. Is it that simple?
Confidence. It's a belief in when you have success and you're like, okay, this can work, and then have the willingness to do it over and over and better and better. And once it catch fire in your blood, you already got the ability. God has given it's only at each position. It's only top 5 at each position. That's elite players, and if you got 1 or 2 of them on your team, you back can change the way your team plays.
Ezekiel 25:17.
Is it confidence in yourself and your ability, or is it confidence in coaching and the schemes and knowing, okay, if I take care of my assignment, we are going to be okay?
And I'll make it simple for you.
Okay.
When I played for the Dallas Cowboys, and it dawned on me, I say, if I do my job, and if Mark Tournay do his job, if Step do his job, if the offensive line do their job, and that is the key to what has happened to the Texans. The offensive line got much better, because I was going to say a word I ain't going to make me stumble every time.
Markedly, is that what you were
Markedly
saying?
better. And now look what their offense doing. Look what their running game doing. Did you see the game last night?
I didn't.
Brother, how much my man Lamar Miller had 160 yards rushing,
Yeah.
broke off a 97-yarder.
And a touchdown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is, if your offensive line, and this is the key, you don't have to have a great offensive line to survive in the NFL anymore. You just got to have a quarterback that know how to manipulate. That's what we finna play. But if you do have a great offensive line, you can set the tone for whatever happens. And that's the only thing that I see has changed, because their defense was always good. The Texas defense was always good. Now Clowney got off to a slow start, but once he started clicking, and the old man, Watt, what you want.
Right.
So they got their running game. The quarterback is getting better and better, and the offensive line has improved 100%, even though they still got a right tackle that's lead the league in holding and penalties. But they have found a way to get around that, and they're making big play after big play. They went in, was up 10-0, and all of a sudden they answered. I mean, your boy ran one in. The quarterback, Deshaun Watson, ran in one about 20 yards. Then next thing you know, they stopped Tennessee on the 4 or something. On the 4-yard line, then all of a sudden, the dude handed it off, 97 yards.
Man.
And the game was over.
So is that what you said you knew when you lined up that Tournay was going to do his job, everybody was going to do their job? Is that what you're seeing on this defense and this defensive line, is the guys are trusting each other, and now you got Van Der Esch, that it seems like the team's got confidence in him and they know he's the real deal. Now you got that linebacking core that's trusting each other and just doing their job, right? Is that what we're seeing?
See, and what you call doing your job is different levels of doing your job. If I just did my job and blocked my guy, Michael Irvin could do great things. Troy can do great things. Emmett can do great things. Once they get a clear path of what they're doing, these guys got the ability to do great things. Now you think, man, and I'll give you an example. Suafuli?
Suafila. You got me saying his name wrong. Just call him Xavier.
Xavier, our left guard. Excuse me, son. It's no joke. I don't like messing up folks' names. Xavier, our new left guard. He's not the greatest blocker, but he has size and he has strength, and he does have the ability to move people in that worst stalemate. That's run and pass. Well, he's doing nothing great, but Zeke has broke like 2 or 3 runs off his side for 20, 30, 16 yards. You know, if you go back to the first 7 games, they had like each game they averaged 4 to 5 negative plays. I don't think they had, in the last 2 or 3 games, I don't think they had 4 altogether. Because, and that's what I try to tell people, if you can get an average offensive line and you got exceptional skill position talent, you can go off the charts real quick.
And now with the addition of your boy,
Cooper.
Amari.
Yeah.
You got excellent talent at one receiver for sure and running back.
Cole Beasley.
And Cole.
See, that's the thing about it. Once Amari get really settled, now our boy Beasley is just he should be able to find Beasley. If we
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Douglas.
Yes.
Is Kevin still there?
Do you think Kurt lied? You think he left?
No. Kevin on the phone.
Oh, yeah. He is.
Yeah. Dial him up.
Kevin was Kurt's intern also.
Oh, okay.
His visitor from... No, that was Carter. But this is Kevin in California.
Still screwing up names, and the dude was in the studio for the first part of the show with you.
It happens.
What's up, Kevin in California?
Kevin in California is doing great, being in first place.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My questions are, I'm concerned about the return of Tavon, and a big concern is Jason Garrett's time management at the end of quarters and halves. He seems to like to hold on to timeouts when we could use them and get a better play called instead of just rushing to the line and letting the clock run out. That's a big concern of mine. And then also, who is holding our players accountable for the stupid moves they make, like Lance Lenore's hit out of bounds?
I tell that right.
That's a great question. Kevin, thank you for the call.
Sir, on the Lance Lenore thing, all I can say is they talk to him. You know, and let's pray that no other player does that again, that was just enough from Lance. You know, because, I don't think Lance has too many more opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, to do something like that, because they've given this kid abundance of chances to prove that he deserved to be on this 53-man roster. You know, so I think Lance, I would think that this was going to be the last just play like that you'll see from him. Now, he going to have games where he may make a mistake or two, but that right there, I don't think that's happening no more.
Yeah.
The
Tavon, he was listed as he didn't participate again yesterday. So, have you heard anything about him?
Yeah, they saying he's getting close, and
does he? Let me ask you this: with the addition of Amari, if you get him back in the mix, does that change the dynamic of this team a lot, or is it just kind of like,
It's just if he is a difference maker, and how consistent he can be as a difference maker is when they give him the ball and how they give him the ball, and so he can make a difference. But I just don't know how they're gonna use him. You know, in the form of jet sweeps, quick bubble screens. Put him in the slot outside the other receiver. Go double slots with him and Cole Beasley. Let Gallup and your boy, when they go 4 wides, can you put him in there, or would you prefer Michael Gallup? Not Michael Gallup, but Alan Hearn. See, me, I got to go with dudes who catching the ball.
Well, Tavon scored touchdowns when he was playing.
Yeah,
that matters too.
He was your only big play threat.
Yeah,
out of the backfield.
Yeah, he got a 68-yard touchdown and disappeared for like 8 games. I understand what you're saying totally. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah, he made that one great play. I understand what you're saying.
That one, but he also scored on I think it was an end around at Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Kevin's last, or I think it was actually his first point, Garrett's time management? You have an issue with the way he's managed games this year?
Man, not this year, but years past, coaches been in some tight situations where everybody in the world, including Jerry Jones' son, was out in time, my grandson. But, hey, those are faults you can't have. And I'm quite sure Coach Garrett, he ought to assign somebody or go through the scenarios in front of the mirror on his own. That's what they used to tell me. Hey, man, if you don't, you say it to yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself.
That was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
You man in the mirror, but I'm talking about looking at the coach, the football coach in the mirror.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it on Happy Hour a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because every time we take fan questions, everybody wants to know when Garrett was going to get fired. We got on the subject of his clock management. And, he's not – I don't think he's one of those coaches that's going to outsmart another coach and win a game for you, but I don't think he's going to be aggressive and lose a game for you.
But that's – Everybody says, the mark of a coach is when you see something, you say, okay, man, coach made a hell of a call there. The adjustment they did right there, man, that like when we was in the Super Bowl in Atlanta and the Bills was all over us and we went in at halftime and Noah Turner said, hey, we're going to do this. Hey, we're going to come out and do this. Just a simple play, just a different play. We gashed them. Mm-hmm. We gashed them, and it's that simple adjustment, and that's what you want to have faith in your coach that if it's something minor or something that can be worked out, okay, come in and tell us, work it out, and all of a sudden we got it and we rolling, and that's what that's why I think a lot of people waiting on Coach Garrett to say, oh man, Coach Garrett pulled him out of that, he outsmarted the guy on this one that. It's just part of being a great coach if you want that legacy.
Yeah. Let's go back to the phones. Curtis in Las Vegas. What's up, man?
Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Great. How are you, Curtis?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I just wanted to let y'all remember me from a couple of weeks ago. I told y'all that we need to take advantage of the turnovers, and we've been doing that. I told y'all about background in the football. We've been doing that. We've been winning the last couple of weeks. I wanted to let you know that was last year. I told you about the corner stats, about Cheeto and even Jordan Lewis, how they were better on third down than Claiborne and Carr. And Nate didn't believe me, and y'all looked it up, and they were better on third down than Claiborne and Carr, and they've been getting better. So, our corners are even better now. But I wanted to tell y'all something else I don't think y'all recognized this morning. So just hear me out just for a second, all right?
All right.
All right. I got Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Marcus Mariota, and Alex Smith. Those are all the 5 quarterbacks that have beaten us this year. None of those guys are better than Drew Brees. I'm not trying to say that. But what those guys do that Drew Brees does not do is run. If you cannot outrun our linemen, you're in trouble. So he's got 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball. And I believe our corners are good enough to cover anybody from 3 to 5 seconds. So that's why I believe that we do have a chance. But what I am worried about is for some reason, you guys let me know this. For some reason, it seems like our defense can hold a team forever. But right when our offense gets it together and we go down the field and score, all of a sudden the other team can do something and go down the field and score. I don't get it. So, but those are the 5 quarterbacks that have beaten us this year. And all of those guys are runners. And I don't believe Drew Brees can run fast enough to get D-Law off his back. And I believe if our offense
okay, my friend.
Like
all right. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
I said, if our offense improves like it has every week,
Thank
we
you.
can win.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Curtis.
All right.
What's wrong, Nate?
I hope he's totally correct, and he calls on Monday and gloats. That'd be great. Nate,
what's wrong?
Does not endorse it.
What's wrong?
I just sometimes I listen and I keep my comments to myself.
Okay.
Good call. Anybody else?
It was an interesting theory.
Well,
here's the thing with that. He might be right. Drew Brees may not be a running quarterback, but Drew Brees can throw the ball in 2 seconds flat if he needs to throw it. So I don't think he has to run because he's so accurate and knows exactly where his guys are going to be when they're supposed to be there that he can let that. He doesn't need to run. He can let that thing fly without scrambling. So we'll see.
The situation is, we have to apply pressure. But what everybody forget about New Orleans is I ain't worrying about the pass. I'm worried about the run.
You got 2 of them.
And if Brother Curtis, check your stats. Are they a run first team or a pass first team? See, if he'd have told me that right there, then I would have been kind of enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm.
See, because he don't have to worry about getting sacked because he got Alvin Kamara and Ingram. They're a run team with a precision throwing quarterback. So a lot of their things is you got to stop their run first. They got more runs than they do passes. So if you'll go into the game, see, this is what our coaches and everything, you'll go into the game and all the media and all the hype will be around Drew Brees and Micah Thomas. But really all the hype is going to be around that offensive line and them running backs. Mm-hmm. That's where all the hype going to be. So about the running quarterback and non-running quarterback and all of that, that's great. I'm going to agree with you said is if you watch them or if you listen to the announcers, Drew Brees is at a different level. He told the last set of announcers that he said the last thing that he felt he had to overcome as a quarterback was being able to throw to a guy that's covered. That's an art in itself. Mm-hmm. That means you got to be so accurate with your passes and so much great anticipation that you can put this ball to either side or over the head of the defender while your guy was less than a yard away from him. So, I mean, I don't want to challenge nobody's deal like he said last year. Nobody believed what he said on third down. I really didn't care. I told my man to look it up. I really don't care. What I care about is when we get on that field Thursday night, win. You got to execute. You got to execute. You got to execute. It's all about assignment football because one thing is proven is that he can hit a receiver that's covered or uncovered. Now, Awuzie, don't he be all over guys? Mm-hmm. What normally happens? Don't Awuzie be all over guys?
Yeah.
What normally happens?
He gets hit in the back of the head with the ball.
Yeah, they catch it.
Right.
So, I mean, I ain't trying to deny you, bro, but this game, I mean, I like to listen to folks, man, but
Well, Kurt, welcome back to the show. Let's go to break. We'll be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
If you're like me and you love... I mean, if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox? The overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party. The bear-resistant venture cooler.
Now wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a venture cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been Tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant venture coolers.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. we have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Huge 3rd and goal. Can they cash this in? Prescott in the gun. It's a 4-man rush. He looks left. He's in trouble. He gets away from a sack. He runs to his right. He keeps his feet to the 10, to the 5, to the middle of the field. Somersault into the end zone. That is a Thanksgiving play to remember for Dak Prescott. Touchdown Cowboys.
Hadn't heard that one yet.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Nice.
That was a great play.
That was a great play.
In football, from the quickest plays, mixed with some good old-fashioned ingenuity, are the key to winning. Kind of like Tommy John's horizontal quick draw fly. It's the most intuitive, simple, and speedy feature that other underwear brands just don't have. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
I like that quick straw.
Yes.
Yes.
What'd I miss?
Not much, man. Just talking, man.
All right, good.
Just talking.
Just talking.
Just hanging.
That's what we do.
Talking's another show. By the way, happy hour tonight.
I forgot about
yeah.
that, man. Wow. So who's going to be on that?
Me and you, and then Amber, Rob, and either Broadus or Nick.
The mother of all podcasts.
That's right. So between Broadus and Nick, whichever one's on, you got to aggravate them. You got to get
Brian Broadus.
You know, I hope
poke them.
Poke them.
I hope everybody had their own opinions.
Yeah,
that's what I like. You know, when everybody, hey, that's right, Curtis. When everybody got their own opinions.
Yeah.
Let's go to Eric. He always has an opinion.
Oh yeah, I got a couple today.
What's for lunch?
I'm on my way to get fajitas at my favorite Mexican restaurant. That's what I'm about to do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hispanic restaurant?
Yes, it's called La Rancherita. La Rancherita.
La Rancherita.
How you spell that?
La Rancherita.
Oh, man.
They got them here, don't they?
No, you're thinking La Hacienda.
They got like a bunch of different infused tequilas that they make. It's a nice place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, seriously. I'm gonna get to the football stuff, guys, because I'm excited. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna make history. We're gonna definitely hold Drew Brees under 21 points, like I said. I'm gonna tell you guys why. I looked at that stat line. You know what stood out to me the most?
What's that?
Is that they have got, as a defense, they have 30 sacks, but they only allowed 11. Only one of which over the last course of some odd weeks. So if we can create a way to get pressure on these guys, we can make this happen. We can make it happen. We have to find a way to get pressure. I checked their opponents. The last team that got some good pressure on them held them to 24 points, which was the Baltimore Ravens. I think our defense is very comparable to theirs, how good it is. So we have the ability to give Drew Brees a hard time, shorten that clock. Now, they're a very difficult team to defend. They run multiple plays from the same set. They run past from the exact same looking stuff once they check you out and see what you do. So it's very difficult to defend. But we have a system that I feel like can keep everything in front of us. We are one of the best teams at not allowing the big play. I don't know about you guys, I've been watching a lot of these games over the last some odd days. These teams are giving up big, huge chunk plays game after game after game. We haven't picked up that mantra this season. So I think we're going to be good, guys. Just do what we do, take advantage of our opportunities while not giving opportunities, and we will win this game. Trust me.
I like it. I like it, Eric.
I like it. 24 to 17, Dallas Cowboys.
Why we got to play their music when we trying to find out a way to defeat them?
Makes you feel good.
Too much New Orleans vibe in here.
That's Shannon, man.
Yeah.
That's Shannon who brought that up in here, man.
And
We're
we'll be
confident they're
celebrating
going
Friday,
down.
baby.
Hey, before you leave, man, you think Shannon will try to bring some voodoo up in here on the...
Well,
Let me tell y'all this.
Shannon brought in that Philadelphia Eagles music last year, and then they went on to win a Super Bowl. I do remember that, Shannon.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Stop it.
I don't think Shannon's into all that dark magic.
No, and let me just tell y'all this, because somebody asked me this today or yesterday, probably every day this week, because I'm from Louisiana. I grew up, when I was real young, I watched the Cowboys. Then in like the 80s and 90s, I watched the Saints. And then the 90s, I was just kind of into football. The Saints ain't ever paid one bill of mine.
There it is. There it is,
So
baby.
you figure out where my loyalties lie.
People ask me all the time. They say, "You from Carolina? Why you not a Panthers fan?" Because I said I was a Cowboys fan 12 years before Panthers even showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So what am a man to do? You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Turn my back on my house? I can't do that.
That's right.
Cowboys for life,
That's
y'all.
right.
We're going to be celebrating Friday. We're going to take them down. Cowboys for life,
Hey,
baby.
I want you to do this. When we win on Thursday, Eric, you call back in on Friday and say I told you so, all right?
I am. And I want my care package because you guys said if we hold Drew Brees under 21 points, I get a care package.
If we hold them under 21 points, you go get something nice.
And if we hold them under 21 points, you promise you're going to spell Lorancho right.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. We'll see you. Let me ask y'all this. You think it's more important that the Cowboys work fast to try to keep up with their offense, or do they grind it out? Try to manage the clock.
Probably need to grind it out and manage that clock, I would think. Cause
keep the defense off the field, keep them fresh?
They can't run with the Saints, I don't think. They can't go
But they
point
can run
for point.
they can run with Zeke.
But I'm saying, they need to run with Zeke. They can't, go blow for blow with
Can't
the
get in a
Saints.
shootout.
Yeah, right.
Or can you?
Well, you can get in a shootout into the upper 20s.
Yeah.
That's
Saints
about
give
it.
up 24 points a game. You think that would win it if we scored 24?
23.3 is what you sent me.
Well, I rounded up.
23.3 points. Do you think you can win with 24?
Yeah, think that'll win it?
Here's the thing.
I do. I think this defense, I'm telling you, I think this defense is going to take this game personal. I think this defense is Thursday night. They're going to have them sweet color rush jerseys on, national TV. I think this defense is going to show up. I think they're going to shock the world, man.
The color rush jersey that has no color.
Right. It's white.
But so, and this is just a little bit in defense of Curtis from Las Vegas. Everybody kind of agrees it's unlikely the Cowboys are going to be able to beat the Saints. So if they do win, something unlikely will have been the cause of it. So will it be that Dallas's corners were able to cover for 3 to 5 seconds like Curtis thinks they can? Will it be because Dallas can get in a shootout to 35, 40 points, or that they can hold a Drew Brees offense to 21 points? I mean, any path to victory means that something unlikely happened that you didn't think Dallas could do.
Okay. One thing I'm not going to agree with, because just think now, if our corners are covering, because this go together, if our corners is covering from 3 to 5 seconds, guess what Drew Brees is doing?
Dumping it to Kamara?
No, it's simple. If our cornerbacks is covering 3 to 5 seconds, guess what Drew Brees is doing?
Picking us apart.
Thank you. If I'm standing up 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1000, where's our defensive pass rush?
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be 1001, 1000. Oh! He's either moving around or getting put on his behind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not saying that I predict that is what's going to happen, but I do think that if the Cowboys win, it's going to be because something we didn't expect happened. And so you just pick which one of those options you want to get behind.
I'm going to just wait and see which one of them options they're going to do.
Or Douglas, maybe they're just better than the Saints right now, and they just beat them. They just do what they're supposed to do.
See, you can't even let Marcus Mariota stand back there for that long of a time, because he hit us for 10 or 14 third downs when the guy's standing back there 3 to 5 seconds. No. What Curtis meant to say is our corner's going to cover him for 1 to 2 seconds, and our defensive line going to get back there. So when I called Curtis and asked him, say that's what he really meant. I'm just being honest.
That's probably where he was headed.
Yeah, and see, we have, like I think I was telling Shannon, when I played against a great player, you have to have a new level of concentration. And if a player because all players, see, to D-Law, he don't care. Because D-Law say, you know what, I don't win against Tyron Smith. I don't win against the president. I don't win against Frederick. They ain't got nobody better than them. Mm-hmm. So I don't care. So that's a different level of player. So you're going to have a different level of understanding. Gregory may be saying, you know what? Ain't nobody got to this dude. I'm going to get to him. So that may get his motor and juice. Everybody get a little fired up a different way, and everybody got a different level of ability. But you have to come together as a team and put that into a package. But it's the guys that has that opportunity to go to that next level have to go to that next level. Because you know who I'm scared of?
Who? Kamara?
I'm scared of number 98. Nobody's talking about him. His name is Sheldon Rankins.
Curtis called back to clarify.
2 years ago, they drafted him high in the draft, first round. I'm worried about Cameron Jordan. That's who I'm worried about. You get what I'm saying? I'm worried about that kid who's got 4 sacks this year from UT San Antonio. This team is what those things called when you a chameleon. This team is a chameleon, and I'm talking about the Saints. And what I mean by that is they got everybody so focused on the passing game. Look up they run. Look up they run for me. Look up they run. They got everybody so focused.
Their run defense?
Yeah, no, their run game. What are they averaging in their run game? What's the ratio of run to pass for these Saints?
Yeah,
it's going to be closer than you think.
They're a running team or a passing team?
Yeah, it's going to be closer than you think.
They run the ball here recently 54% of the time. They run the ball more than the Cowboys.
They run the ball more than they pass.
Yeah.
And see, that is what is killing everybody. Because they run so much till they don't have to run play action pass. Because your first thing is to engage with the offensive lineman, then go into your pass rush. Whereas when you're a team that pass all the time, you just coming off the rock. It's a different mindset.
So how much of that, though, is they are a good running team, and how much of that is just they play with such big leads all the time, so they're just trying to grind out the clock?
Well, one in their case, one is not no different than the other, because whether Kamara hit you in the middle for a 40-yard run, or whether Ingram hit you for a 15-yard run, or whether Michael Thomas hit you for a 25-yard pass, in this case, it don't matter. But if you going to think that you going to beat the Saints and you going to load up on the outsides and you going to get safety, that's why you can't put an extra man on Michael Thomas. That's why you can't, because you got to sit there and deal with this run game. If you take that extra man and sit him out on top of Michael Thomas, then all of a sudden, Kamara swinging out of the backfield on your linebacker instead of having that safety in the box and letting him run out there with it. How do you stick him? Yeah. Ain't nobody on our team can deal with him. So you got to play that box. You got to play straight up defense. And then now, if you want to say that our guys can play that straight up defense, then hey, now we're talking about something different. But you got to stop their run. You got to. So the extra guy is creeping where? To the line. Now that forces you to say, okay, even if I'm going to put a safety over the top of Mike, then all of a sudden you taking away one side of the field, because if he on the outside of the numbers sitting out there and you cheating the safety over there, now you got two wide receivers over there one-on-one. And the way this quarterback throws, you locked in virtual hell.
Yeah.
What you got to do is be able to play.
Thomas only had 38 yards receiving last week. I mean, they got so many weapons that they load up on him. They're just going somewhere else.
Let's take a quick break. You're talking me out of this game. You're talking me out of this game.
See, I hate to go that deep, but, I don't want everybody trying to tell me that I don't know the game.
I missed something.
We'll talk more about the game when we come right back on Hanging with the Boys.
If you're like me and you love... if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
It's time for tailgating with the OtterBox boys.
OtterBox, the overprotected phone case company?
Yep, and they've got an essential tool for your next tailgate party, the bear-resistant venture cooler.
Now wait. In all my tailgating days, I've never seen bears tackling brats on the blacktop.
And you never will, because a venture cooler with a locking kit is basically bear repellent.
Can't wait to try it out at my next tailgate.
That's been Tailgating with the OtterBox boys. Visit OtterBox.com to learn more about their certified bear-resistant venture coolers.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Playmaker, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The Playmaker includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized Intense Therapy lip balm and a Cowboys can cooler. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word Cowboys. The Jack Black Playmaker, $10, free shipping.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Tour AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys, for the ultimate fan experience. AT&T Stadium tours presented by SeatGeek are available for fans of all ages to run on the field, see the locker room, and so much more. Tours are available daily. Visit attstadium.com for details. Tune in after this show for the 5 Points Blue podcast with Christy Scales and Nikki Harrison. We
got to get out here early.
Special guest Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Let us know when they hear, Doug.
Santa. So figure out what all that's about and hang around and listen to them. How about that?
They were Woody.
All right. Before we get out of here, Curtis, are you back on the phone?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, you need to clarify what you were saying.
Nate, I didn't mean he was going to have that long to throw. We're going to collapse that pocket. I'm just saying our corners. I believe our corners can cover that long. And as far as the run defense, I'm pretty sure we at least top 5 in run defense. Nobody runs the ball against us. I think Adrian Peterson did, but I mean our defense was on the field like 3/4 that game. I can't blame them for that. But we're gonna see. But if we do win, I need some of them Tommy Johns. I believe in our defense. Our guys is going to step up. I hope our defense is listening right now because we believe in y'all, man. Come on, step up, make us prove us right, and we on our way, all right?
All right, so you're going to – so you say you need some Tommy Johns if what happened?
If our defense step up, and it's like I said, he will not have nowhere to run.
Who is that? Alvin Kamara or Ingram?
1,000, 1,000. I got to get out this pocket. He ain't got nowhere to go. Another quarterbacks, they can run.
I'll make you a deal. Me and Kurt will wear our Tommy Johns on the show Friday, and if the Saints win, we'll take them off right after the show and put them in the mail for you. How's that?
Hey,
no, Curtis, don't go along with that. Don't go along with that. Don't go along with that. Don't go along with that.
Take that bet.
I love y'all.
You better put some air freshener on Shannon.
Thanks for the call, Curtis.
Shannon is an unclean man.
Whoa.
That was low.
Yeah, I took a shower this morning. I shower every day. What you talking about?
You know
I think you ought to. If Curtis predicts what happens, you have to wear your Tommy Johns on the outside of your pants.
I'll do that.
No. Check this out. I'm going back to a man that comes home at 4 or 5 in the morning. You think he's gonna get up and shower every time he come home at 4 or 5 in the morning, or he gonna just take a quick sprinkling?
Yeah, quick.
What are you talking about? I was in bed by midnight last night.
And
with who?
Nate is questioning hygiene.
You know what? Ask my mom all these questions when she's on here Friday.
Ooh. You sure about that?
No, do not.
Listening.
What'd you look up over there a while ago?
Well, we were talking about how quick Drew Brees gets rid of the ball or whatever, how long, or him holding it.
that quick throw.
He averages 2.5 seconds time in the pocket. That's second fastest in the league.
Who's first?
Ben Roethlisberger, 2.56.
Wow. What was the other stat you were looking at? Were you looking up run defense?
Our run defense is tied for fourth in the league. We give up an average of 93.6.
And who's first in the league?
First is the Saints, 73.2.
Huh.
But again, is that a good run defense, or are they just playing with huge leads and that therefore making teams one-dimensional and they can't run the ball?
We know Kamara is the real.
Well, they average 20 carries per game against them, 19 against. That's what most teams do. I'm going to tell you something. The Saints are a good team.
Attempts per game. Let's look
the
at
Saints are a good team.
20.4 attempts per game against the Saints. That's the fewest.
How do I? Just tell me. Just tell me. How do I know these things?
Because you own about 50 different sports talk shows, so you research this stuff and you know it.
That's the fewest in the league, 20.4.
It's in Nate's blood.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, Curtis, I just want to say something to you, my brother.
Uh-oh.
Let me say something to Curtis.
Be nice to our fans.
Now,
be nice to Curtis.
Come more consistently, okay? Curtis, I want to say something to you, brother. Do not take Shannon shorts. All right?
I almost spit this water out all over this microphone.
Do not. Hey, good banter back and forth too, Curtis.
Yes. Good stuff. Tomorrow we're on at 11:30 to 12:30. A little bit earlier. No show on Thursday. Regular time on Friday.
Amari at the 30. Amari at the 15. Cooper scores. Touchdown, 90-yard reception, Cooper.
Now
Second and 9 at the 9. Prescott looking around.
He's trying to take Brad Sham's job now.
Amari Cooper, baby.
To the sideline to the 15. Cooper to the pylon. 90 for Cooper.
90 for Cooper. All right, Kurt.
All right,
thanks for showing up for part of the show.
Yeah, good to be
Nate,
here.
thanks for bringing it. Douglas, thanks for doing what you do. Kent, thanks for pushing the buttons. Presley, thank you for scheduling everything. We will be back tomorrow at 11:30 on Hangin' with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?